Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Rimworld. The last episode was fairly uneventful, just basically a perfect example of irregular workings of our colony. Everybody going along doing their jobs, just getting various things accomplished. We do have a lot of things that need to get done. We have a bunch of slag chunks that need to get smelted down. They have been doing some brewing. We really need to get a bunch of the slate chunks cut up into bricks. Would be one priority that we need to accomplish. We've been pumping the moisture out of the marshy area around the barn so that we can expand that as well. Get some more animal beds in for our expanding menagerie of creatures. We have a bunch of trees set outside the walls to be cut down to restore our wood stores, and we're doing pretty decent with our food storage right now too. We're keeping caught up pretty well with our meals and have a decent setup of meat right now. Keeping things cool because we don't have a heat wave going right now. It's fall, it should be moving into winter. So hopefully we won't be having the problem with that. We are starting to stock up on wort. As we know, the fermentation takes about 10 days. And so even though we have 6 of these barrels going right now, it's still going to take a long time to get those going. So I think right now, to be honest, we have too much hops going on. We're going to be making too much wort, etc., etc. So I'm just going to cut the hops field down in half so we don't have the wort piling up and taking up our food space. I'm going to go ahead and get this planned out as well. And set up the part of the wall that we're able to for right now. There we go. So we can at least have it lined out. Whenever the moisture gets pumped out, then we can immediately start putting animal beds and stuff in here. I'm pretty sure if I install these right there, they'll be able to crawl over that to get to these. And so I'm even thinking about going ahead and putting down animal beds just so that we have them available. And whenever we get this area built up, I could just uninstall those, reinstall them over here, and everything will be fine. So I think that's pretty good, and that'll work out well. This unfinished helmet here is just going to degrade and disappear after a while. So there's seems to be nothing that we can really do about that. I'm not sure why it happened that way, but just part of the game, I guess. Okay, had a shortage in the wiring there. So we'll get that set up and fixed. Hopefully we can get the fire put out pretty quickly. Forget about everybody working on it, we shouldn't have a problem. There we go. Well done, well done. Of course that discharges all of our stored power, so make sure the turrets are off. These are running pretty well, so we should start charging up. It looks like we're actually taking more energy than we have connected up right now. Okay, this one's charging down here. I wonder if we lost connection with one of these lower pieces. Oh, we did. Yeah. These These aren't connected to our geothermal generator right now, so it's running these two coolers all by itself and these two moisture pumps here. Let's run a redundancy cable over here, this direction, so we have another connection available over on this side. See, I'm not sure why these aren't charging up like crazy, because I feel like they ought to be. They clearly have excessive power. It should be storing power. I guess since there's 6 of them, it's only storing 1 or 2 at a time. Talia's asleep, or else we'd have this done already. So hopefully she wakes up pretty early and gets to it. We should have plenty of steel still. 148. So we are starting to run low. I think Barrow is our primary crafter. Yeah, crafter we've got Barrow, Konstantine, and Talia. I think I might have Konstantine just working on smelting tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And depending on how much steel that produces, I might have him start cutting blocks also. He wants to make wart, but we're gonna make steel instead. Get some refining done there for me. Yeah, Talia's got all the wiring finished already. I knew she'd get that done pretty quick. Looks like we've got a decent supply of power in these batteries here. Starting to get stored up. And these are starting to tick up as well. Very slowly, but surely. Okay, some psychoid leaves rotted away. That's fine. We can grow some more later if we want. The Green Crag Treaty have arrived to attack us. They're going to prepare for a while before they attack. Wow. That sure is a lot of them. We've got 2 types of sniper rifles here. I'm going to see if we can pick on these guys a little bit before they decide to attack. I might even could have kept the minigun and used that to pick on them a little bit. I feel like I've encountered them kind of hanging back in this area before. And I don't think that this is going to be quite close enough to reach them. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, they're beginning their assault already. right about the time Clark gets around here. Okay, so we've got all these other guys to get drafted and get over here. Konstantine has a pretty poor weapon. I'm not real happy with these SMGs, but it's okay. We'll get him there. We'll get Cristobal up here, Talia there. Barrow can hang out up here, fall maybe in this area. We'll get that going. Our turrets are on. I hope that the animals will make their way to the safety areas reasonably quick clip, because it's always frustrating to have them die right in the kill box. See, I've told them to go to the safety area, but like Dromedary 1 here is just not listening. Okay, the pig I clearly didn't get to fast enough. Thankfully it's one of the male boars, so I'm less concerned about its health than I am about the females, which will only have 2 females. Good. I need to get them trained as well. Hopefully this dromedary stays out of the way, maybe even goes back into the back somewhere, but we'll see how it goes. Turkey's probably going to go down. Oh, Barrow's outside. Come up here if you would then, because you're likely about to get chased. We have a few of them killed already. More are going down. Calf 2 got shot to death. Barrow's just running for her life. Nope, not down. Tribes people are fleeing. Konstantine is down. He got his right pinky destroyed. Falls in no immediate danger. I'm going to have her rescue him. Talia and Cristobal I'll undraft. Man. Did I undraft Barrow already? I did. She's rescuing the turkey. Well done. If it had gone where I told it to, when I told it to, it wouldn't even be in danger. But that's a different story. Okay. Let's get all these dead people stripped. We've got 3 injured people. Let's see. Depressive, ugly, psychically dull. Good crafting skill, good growing skill. Some medicine. Psychically hypersensitive, that's pretty bad. Steadfast, but also a pessimist. Excellent crafting passion. Aside from that, not very impressive. And Vulture. Psychopath, nervous, psychically dull. The nervous one is the only one that's kind of negative there. Very little animal skill, some passion. Little crafting skill, some passion. So if I was going to recruit one of these, it would probably be Kuro. Even though the depressive and ugly. But thankfully, since she's incapable of social, the ugly should not really have an effect. So it's just the depressive, which is the permanent -12 mood effect. Psychically dull. Let's see. Yeah, no serious injuries, so should be fine. Okay, well let's get him captured for sure. Vulture was the other one that was looked kind of interesting. So we'll get that going. I'll get the animals back out to their proper areas. Oh, I thought Wild Boar 5 was killed. No, it's still alive. Let's rescue the boar rather than the turkey, please. Okay, we got some beers here as well. And smoke leaf joints. The dromedary calf I would be interested in saving too. I hope she gets to him in time. Dromedary 1 even got injured and all that. A couple of friendly fire incidents, but for the most part just bruises. Get off of my map, crazy tribes jerks. Oh, Stoll and Clark are still drafted there. So vultures, recruitment difficulties 99%. We'll have to see how that goes. And then where's Talia going? Consuming a meal. How hungry are you? Pretty hungry. What's his health like? He's in no danger. Okay, so Clark, if you would capture Barracuda here. And we'll let the other people kind of tick along as they go. It's kind of funny that Barrow has to take this pig all the way to the bed to tend to it. It's also kind of sad though, because that's a lot of time loss. If she could tend to it just on the ground, we might have been able to save all of these animals, but as it is, yeah, death in 10 hours, 7 hours. Oh, the boar is hauling it to a bed. How incredibly awesome. Well done, boar. Well done. Alright, so we got some people in here. Only 3 hours before Kiro gets dead. And that's one of the ones that I really wanted to hang on to. I'll have Stoll bring some medicine. Hopefully he can get there in time. I was kind of hoping that Barrow could do most of the tending, because she needs to increase her medicine skills so that she can craft medicines. But maybe she could work on that another time. Yeah, 6 hours, 4 hours. Well, she doesn't need to be sleeping right now, so if she can get in here and get something done, it would help. Yep, my colonists are in no immediate danger, but it's possible that they could get infections from these sorts of things. And so I do need to get them tended to pretty soon. Kiro ought to be okay, yeah. It's up to 13 hours now. Let's see if we can trade this off. Well, alright, we'll figure this out here in just a second. Yeah. Here we go. So that'll at least ought to save his life. Yeah. Alright, good. Okay, and Barrow can still get some skill from treating these people. I think he still had a few hours to live. Yeah, he still got a few hours. Yep, already doctoring Vulture. Well done. Well done. Wow. Even with all this patching, he's still got only 4 hours to live. Yep, none of them are considered guilty anymore. I wonder if that immediately goes away as soon as we start treating them. See, she started treating him. So once one of these bandages goes on, does his guilty go away? No. Still there. I don't understand why theirs went away so quickly. I figured it would stick around. Okay, but Kuro is definitely one that I wanted to recruit because of her crafting skill. She'll also be able to help with growing stuff. Barracuda has really good crafting skill as well. But the psychically hypersensitive is really unfortunate because yeah, if we ever have a psychic drone going on, this person's gonna go crazy right away. Lots of passions for skills though. So it's definitely a valuable character. Psychically dull. The nervous here bothers me a little. Crafting at 4. A little bit of animals, melee. Okay, so let's try and recruit Kuro and Vulture. We'll go ahead and release Barracuda. Because of the hypersensitive and the pessimist here. Because these guys only have the one passion fire for crafting. This guy's got 2 and a higher level, but he's also research. We don't need research. We don't need social. And between the 2 of these people, we'll be able to get, you know, more than what this guy will eventually be able to offer. I think. That just really worries me, the hypersensitive thing. See, psychically dull, that's far more preferable than to be sensitive or hypersensitive. Depressive though gives him -12 all the time. So that's just constant. Always -12. But see, his major break or extreme break threshold is super low. Major break is pretty low. All of these are really low. So even with the -12, you should still have a pretty decent mood all the time. And then psychopath here, no empathy, just like our original 3 characters. So yeah, that's decent to have around. Nervous though, the middle break threshold is a little bit higher, considerably higher than Kuro, but yeah. She doesn't have the constant -12 either, so that's something to consider. But okay, we should have them patched up and taken care of in no time. It looks like Barrow's taking medicine over to the turkey here. We did lose the dromedary calf, which is really sad. Hopefully we can get some more going here pretty soon. We have quite a few wild boars, which is good. We have way too many turkeys. I'm definitely going to be slaughtering some of them over the course of time. things going here. Looks like we lost one of our turrets, which I should have known was going to happen. Yep, Turkey 7 died. That's okay. Where's Konstantine? What is he doing? He's laying in bed, being lazy. Oh. He still hasn't been patched up yet. Barrow's been prioritizing taking care of the animals over our own colonists. Fall never got patched up, I'll bet. Yeah. I think she already had this a long time ago. I don't think that was from our recent encounter. Okay, our stockpile is full. I need a backup area to allow herbal medicines. And so if I put them in here, we'll be able to sell these to trade ships and things like that too. That way they're at least roofed. They won't be refrigerated, but they've got a couple of years of shelf life. So we shouldn't have to worry about them too much. We're still getting way too much wart. Got a dromedary that's got a liver infection, which is terrible. Please go away. Drinking beer. Well, I need you to treat the dromedary right away, please. Alright, we've gotten some medicine. 38 medicine, to be exact, which is phenomenal. Unfortunately, Fall won't haul any of that over, so I'm gonna have to find somebody else to do it. Okay, Anna, what are you up to? Feeding a meal to Barracuda. That's probably a good priority. Yep, Barrow is feeding the dromedary. It has been fully treated. She's going to put on a duster. Go ahead and get Konstantine treated, because that should have been done a long time ago. Actually, okay, you're gonna run all the way out here. Just haul these then. Got a mad monkey, which should be fine. It looks like he's gonna go for Barrow because she was the closest, but she ought to be headed back pretty soon. Yep, the turrets are still activated, so hopefully they'll be able to get a few good shots on him. Barracuda's been released, so that'll improve our relations with the... Who was that attacked us? It was the gray porcupines, was who it was, for sure. Alright, took him down. Good job. Okay, Fall and Konstantine both need to be treated. Let's see if Barrow can figure this out. Well, she's gonna have to eat too, so she's gone ahead and taking care of them though. We have a lot of medicine now, 51. So that's fantastic. I even could upgrade these medical beds in here to actual hospital beds, which is something I'm definitely considering. Got awful, poor, shoddy. So I think if I get rid of the awful and the shoddy bed, move the poor bed right here, I can make a couple of hospital beds in here. We might be able to put the vitals monitor in as well. I might have to move the beds down one though, and see if that works. I'm not sure. I'll fiddle with it though and see what we can do. Okay, Konstantine, since you're down here already, did they already pick up his gun? It looks like it because I don't see it down there. Yeah, it must be this one. Superior machine pistol, I think, is still less than the SMG. We've got 67, 40, 14. Damage of 5, cooldown of 0.9. Let's take a look here. Damage of 13, cooldown of 1.6 though. Better accuracy. Nope, the SMG is still better than the other. Let's go ahead and get that equipped then. And drink a beer. Why don't you prioritize refining things? Do you have any crafting passion? No. I'm not worried about it though. Oh. We've got a wedding going on. Anna and Konstantine. It looks like they're trying to get married. Got a wild boar that's starving. So that's very cool. Konstantine's busy smelting things, so yeah, make sure and go and attend your own wedding, buddy. There you go. Pharaoh was able to feed the pig, and now she's coming down to check this out as well. It's very cool. I'm not sure why they're all hanging out inside this room. The wedding area is right here. But they got married inside the room anyways. That's fine. The cassowary is totally confused about what all these people are doing in this tiny room. But yeah. Congratulations, you guys. Happy wedding. That's, yep, Anna's having a smoke break. She's like, oh, I'm married now. Very cool. Alright. Well, on that festive occasion, we're gonna leave it off. It's pretty good. Alright, so we survived a little bit of an attack from some tribes people. We sent them back one of their own, so it doesn't look like it helped us very much though. It was a great porcupines, wasn't it? Green Crag Treaty. So it did help us a little bit. Yeah, and then we had a wedding to check out, so that's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for any time that you spent on my channel. If you care to catch the next episode, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to support me for as little as $1 a month, it would really encourage keeping up producing content for you guys. And if you want to check out other videos and playlists that I've already created, feel free to do so. I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you, and that you will fare well.